This is Monterey Golf Resort in the Algarve in Portugal. I'm Donald Hughes from GolfCentralDaily, and this is my review. Now, Monterey is a Jack Nicklaus signature design. Now when I say Jack Nicklaus design, I don't just mean he's given it a cursory stamp of approval. Because on the walls of the clubhouse you can see framed all Jack Nicklaus's sketches and his detailed notes for every hole. Now the first thing to say about Monterey is it's not one of those courses you arrive on a half an hour before your tee time, rip your clubs out of the boot and run onto the first tee. Your green fee in Monterey is designed to be an experience. From the moment you drive in, the experience starts. Your car is parked for you, your clubs are taken, your shoes are taken to the locker room, and you're invited to go to the golf reception. And when you're ready, you head off to the practice area. Yeah, follow me please. And what a fantastic practice area it is. Now make sure and practice your driving because you'll really need it here. Make sure you hit a few shots also on the chipping green. And whatever happens, my advice is to definitely spend about 10 minutes on the putting green. Now it rolls exactly the same speed as the green on the golf course. It's very undulating and it will stand to you. Because if you haven't got the pace of the greens and you have a 15-foot putt and you miss it, you might have a very nasty one back. And the service continues at the first tee.
Hello, I'm Brad. Welcome to the first tee here at Monterey. I'll be the starter. So on the first tee, everything's explained to you about your buggy path, our lateral water hazard rule, and we just welcome you to the first tee and make sure you have a great day.
Now behind me is the first hole in Monterey, and if you look down the fairway, it might look a little bit daunting at the start, but that's typical of a Jack Nicklaus design. Now you don't always need driver off the tee, sometimes you need fairway, sometimes you'll take hybrid, but what you need to be from every tee here at Monterey is committed. It's like a little examination. You have to stand on the tee and you have to hit your shot. It's not a resort course, it's a proper test. Is the third hole at Monterey from the back tee box, and this one summarises for me the kind of topography of the golf course. It's not a flat course, it's very undulating and you hit down into deep valleys. And the other nice thing about the course is that every hole is very much separate. The tee times are staggered into 12 minutes, so you don't see the group behind you, you don't see the group in front of you. You're just playing the hole on your own or with your group, and that's a very nice feeling, and I think it's pretty cool. This is the 12th green, and I think this one really encapsulates the real effort that's gone into contouring the green. Now, all your body is telling you here that everything is sloping down to the water. It looks like there's a big shelf from right to left on this green. So if you're at the front of the green, your inclination straight away is to put up to the right of the hole because you think that everything is going to go down. But if you put to the right of the hole, watch what happens. The ball just stays to the right. How can it stay up there? It's actually defying gravity. What you actually need to do is aim left of the pin. The green actually breaks to the right, even though it looks the exact opposite. Now I'm aiming left of the pin. And the line is perfect. Jack, you sneaky devil. This is the 13th hole in Monterey. It's my favourite hole, and you've got two options from the tee. You can take driver, you can go over the bunker at 243 yards, and if you carry the bunker, the ball's going to get pulled down the hill and you're going to end up somewhere around there, around the 287. You've got 98 yards left. If you want to go instead safe, go with a hybrid, you can stay on the top shelf, hit at 240 yards and left with about 140 or 150 yards, and the choice is yours. Decisions on the 13th hole, driver or hybrid. Now I'm feeling lucky today, I'm hitting it pretty well, I'm going to go with driver. This is the second shot to 13, 83 yards left to a strip green, false front, pin in a very tough pin position today. It's not one for the faint of heart. This is the 14th hole from the back tee at Monterey, And you get the feeling on the back nine that as you go through the holes, the test gets tougher and tougher and tougher all the way to the 18th hole. Now the 18th is a little bit easier. You finish on a high, you have a chance to go for a par 5 and 2. But I really love the way that the tariff increases as you go through the back nine. This one is all over water. It's 200 yards solid from the back tee. You have to be committed and you have to be playing well. So I've ended up greenside on the 14th hole, and this is a really good place to show you the different grasses on the course. The fairway grass here is Bermuda grass. The rough at Monterey is back raked Bermuda. And then if you look in at the collars, this is bent grass, and it's kept, if you look carefully, it's totally separated from the Bermuda grass. There's actually a plastic collar, it's like religiously separated, and on the greens is pure bent grass. There's actually the greenkeepers pride themselves on a POA patrol here, so they hand cut out any poana that comes in on the breeze and tries to take over the greens. They're probably the purest greens in Portugal. This is the 15 at Monterey, and it's a really good test. This is the index one. So you drive it down, there's a stream running up your right hand side which opens out into a lake or into a pond in front of the green. There's a bunker on your left from the tee shot. What you have left then is something like 130 yards, but it's a great place to emphasise the kind of test that Jack Nicklaus gives you on this course. You don't just hit a lucky shot into the greens here, you just don't hit low runners and that find their way up onto the pins. It's just not possible. It's going to find a bunker or a hazard. You have to hit down into the greens. You do have to hit quality shots to really score on this course. Offer me a par on the index one any day and I will bite your hand off. This is the 16th hole of par 5, and this is a proper par 5. Now if you're a huge hitter, you can carry the stream that runs across the middle of the fairway off the tee and runs all the way up the right hand side, but most people will have to lay up short. And the great thing about this hole is when you look down the hole, it's an optical illusion. It looks like there's nowhere to hit. It looks like there's bunkers all the way across. The shot is a 5 iron or 4 iron, 200 yards. There's plenty of room up there when you get up there, but when you play it for the first time, it's just so good. It just looks so tough. You just have to be committed. Take your iron, leave your 3-wood in the bag, and get up into that gap. That'll leave me about 100 yards to the pin. When you look back down the 16th hole from behind the green where we are now, you really get to appreciate the optical illusion that's in the course design. When you play the hole, all you see is the bunkers, but when you look back down the hole from the back, all you see is the green grass. It's just fantastic the way that it's laid out. 17th hole is a good place to look at the bunkers, probably because I've just hit one into it. They're deep, they're gnarly, they're nasty, they're proper hazards. Just hoping to get out of this one. Oh, just as well it hit the hole. It's gone about 6 foot past. So here it is, the final hole in Monterey, par 5, real risk reward par 5. You can take your driver and hopefully get down there in 2. If you had a really good drive, you have a chance of getting on there in 2. Or you can chicken out and take a 3-wood, dunch it up with a 5 iron and have a little wedge or sand wedge into the green. So you're probably going to be in a match, you're probably going to be all square. You have to take your driver, you have to go for it, give it a shot. Let's go. Get out there! Well, here it is, second shot to 18. Now you've got two options, 6 iron, 183 yards down the left to leave yourself a little wedge in, or you can go for glory. I've got 224 yards into the wind. High tariff shot, probably a 2 out of 10 shot for me, but it's a special day, it's a special occasion, so I'm going to go for a try and end up on a high. Keep the camera rolling, Brad. Cut in from the left hand side. Keep committed, it is possible. Go, baby, go, 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 go! Oh, That's in the bunker on the edge of the green. Not too bad, I could get up and down. Alright, can you see me down here, Brad?
I can just see you.
Okay, third shot to 18. Here we go. Get in there! So there it is, that is my review of Monterey golf course in Portugal. It's the #1 ranked course in the country. Just make sure it's on your list. I thoroughly enjoyed my day. And remember, it is a day, it is an experience, and I hope you have as much fun as I did.